It was one of the last days of the year, and Calvin wanted to take advantage of it. He put his headphones in and set off down the path. He was unaware of what was about to happen.
Are you okay? I should have been paying more attention.
No, it's my fault. I called out right and I went left. I feel like I know you.
Like we've met before, right?
They both contemplate this. Calvin thought she might have been someone he met through his college years. Monica went back further.
Oh my gosh. Camp Calloway. In like the summer of '99. We were like 8 years old. You're Calvin.
Well, you have quite the memory. I think I remember. Veronica.
Monica.
Sorry. Here, let me help you up.
They get back from the network lunch. Monica is completely embarrassed.
I just don't understand why you can't be nice to people when we go out.
Nice. I compliment their houses. I talked to over a dozen people today, and none of them had anything to say at all, besides how well they're doing. Nice. It's ridiculous.
Well, then just change your tone when you're talking to them.
My tone. My tone. Every time something doesn't go your way, you give me the tone. For once, talk to me like normally, okay? It's not that hard. For God's sakes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That right there. That's it.
No, I don't know how this conversation became about me. This is about...
Because you think we need to go to these things and we don't, because...
You're just lazy. It could be to see a movie and you'll say we don't need to go.
You drag me to these dumb events where these people don't even care about your career or furthering your career.
You take 2 days to text me back.
I have ambitions. I can't stop every time just to feed your ego or give you some type of attention or... You know what? I think we should end this. Just end it.
I'm glad you think so.
Wait. I didn't mean to say that. Come here. Come here.
There is something here, right?
Yes. It's something. No, wait. Come on. What are you doing?
I can't do this anymore, okay? I'm leaving. And I don't know when I'll be back.
Monica.
They pull up on the side of the road. Both are still a little nervous. Regardless of the wonderful day they had, neither were really prepared to apologize or admit that they might have been wrong.
Take you back?
Oh, yes. I miss this place. But it still feels like home. You know, I still can't believe you don't remember me.
Well, maybe it was because that summer meant too much to me, and I had to repress the memories. To move on, of course. Of course.
That makes me feel better.
You know, truth is, at that point in my life, I was just a kid, trying to fit in. I mean, I knew that at the end of everything, I would have to leave with my family.
For me, I think it was the right time. You were so kind. I was left with good memories. That's how I remember feeling. And I think if we had met later in life, it wouldn't have been the same. As I grew older, I just felt and became invisible. I don't think you would have noticed me.
I don't think so, Mom. I mean, every place I went, I always felt that I needed to be somebody else just to fit in. It took me a long time to figure out who I am. And that's only because I didn't forget who I used to be. You know, I can never imagine any version of me without someone like you.
All these versions, all these people you used to be. Who do you want to be now?
I just want to be yours.
And you just know. I'm so in love with this couple. You have to read this book. It's the kind of love that you want to have, you know? It's the kind that we're searching for.
Kara, I keep saying you get too wrapped up in these stories. If it's not a book, it's a movie or a music video. You cried to that one car commercial.
He filled up her gas tank with his last $20. Jamie, close your eyes for me.
This is what I'm talking about right here.
Humor me. I want you to imagine the perfect day for you. The sun is shining, you're just waking up. Describe it for me.
Well, I get out of bed. I'm in the penthouse of the best hotel in New York. I head over to the window and stare out at the city. Built my empire at this point. And I'm just deciding on how to wield my power for the day.
But isn't there someone else there? Someone you woke up next to?
Well, if there is, I don't know his name and I don't need to.
I mean, almost anyone else would have said they'd wake up next to the love of their life.
Look, if you want to find a man, I'm sure there is someone out there with the same mushy ideas about love as you. Gotta get out there and try.
I do try.
Honey.
Ow!
It's been God knows how long since you've shaved above the ankle. And this, you live in a city where there's enough clothes to dress the whole damn world. And this is what you decide to wear?
I mean,
you gotta take better care of yourself. I mean, come on, you look like Chyler Lee in that one movie, and even she had to whore it up a little.
I think you mean Rachel Lee Cook?
No, that one movie with Chris Evans and the banana in his butt. Listen, with things nowadays between clubs and the dating apps, people just have to ease each other into who they really are.
Razor blades on all your words, sharp as knives and it hurts. You've got no conscience, a sense of pain. You'll do it again and again and again. If you go on like this, burn every bridge. Don't ask me why you're alone, why you're alone. Everything's changing for the worse. The air you breathe.
Hey everybody, Chase Avery here again with another episode of Shelf Awareness.
Before we begin today's episode, I'd like to thank our friends over at Mental Rentals for providing us with not one, not two, but 3 cameras just to find my good side.
Visit mentalrentals.com for all your video and audio production needs. Mental Rentals, turning your dreams into what they're meant to be.
Recently, I read a book called On the Precipice of Change. Now hold on. Before you go and look up the word precipice, I've done it for you.
Precipice, a cliff with a vertical or nearly vertical overhanging face.
Oh. Today we have author Julian Burse here to talk about his book. So let's begin. Hey.
Hello.
Thank you for inviting me to your home here for this interview.
Well, thank you for having me on. This is my little hideaway from the rest of the world.
So for our viewers at home who might not have read your book yet, can you tell us a little bit about the story and about the characters?
Yeah, it's about a guy and a girl, and they first meet really young one summer at a camp, and, well, they don't see each other again until they're adults. Change is inevitable in life, and the book deals with the question of compatibility of two people when they're at different points in their lives.
And that's what I love about this story. I mean, it's true. I wasn't the same person I was when I was a kid. I wasn't even the same person I was a year ago. So I really responded to that aspect of the story, as did many others. I mean, this book is blowing up on social media.
Yes, it's been wonderful on social media, at book readings, and I'm even getting a lot of letters coming in from fans, which always means a lot. You know, as I grow older, the world seems to get busier and busier, and I keep a pretty strict schedule, and even I find myself putting things off until tomorrow. So I really appreciate anyone who takes the time to write to me about how they feel about my work, be that good or bad. They write to me about how the situations that happen to the characters happen to them also. And it's been great that I've even gotten responses coming in from outside the country, and well, I have to translate the whole thing because it's in another language. I really enjoy that.
Can you tell me, what was the inspiration for this story? Is there a Calvin? Is there a Monica?
Yes and no. The inspiration came from a childhood experience I had one summer at a camp. I had my first crush and all that, and well, it got me to thinking that if I ever saw her again, would we still click like we did before?
Well, tell me more about this girl, this Monica.
Well, like most memories, the older they get, the less clear they become. Now, I don't remember her name, but, well, it wasn't Monica. Most of the events in the book were made up, but, you know, I do just remember trying to get her attention. Whenever the counselors would have us sit cross-legged on the floor, I'd always put something on her knee, like a flower or a little paper swan.
That's very sweet. But it sounds like you didn't see her after that summer. I mean, is that correct?
Yes, my parents and I moved away after that summer. I only spent 1 year at that camp. Camp Clearwater or something like that.
I remember a girl, I would sneak into her parents' house. I could stay for hours, and we looked into each other's eyes. Hey, I thought I was Romeo, I was looking for my Juliet. And as soon as I left, I told my friends. Those days made me who I am. When we were younger, we were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, oh, everything was black and white. Driving in a car, never knowing how far we come. When we were younger, oh, when we were younger.
It's about a guy and a girl, and they first meet really young one summer at a camp.